Hey there, this is Jamila at Lightspeed. Welcome to another quick tutorial. Today we'll be looking at domains. Go ahead and log into your eCom back office and head into the settings. Once you're in the settings, you can click domains at the top here. Adding a domain can be done at the top right here. Add domain like this. It's important to note you do need to purchase your domain before this is possible. If you haven't purchased a domain, you won't be able to do this. The domain that I've purchased today is all right, now the extension needs to be put in the box here. So I actually didn't purchase .com. In my example here today, I purchased .ca. So choose the right extension here and save that up. Okay, now immediately when you save, it brings you straight here to connect your domain. That gives you your records that need to be added into your domain provider's portal. And I'm just going to loop back around to show you that if you enter the domain section, you can see the domain that you've entered and check domain connection here where you can find again those records. Let's pop that open. There we go. So this right here is all you need in order to be able to switch your domain. Now again, you do need to be able to log into your domain provider's portal in order to be able to do this. So if you can't do that, you won't be able to switch your domain, do forget password, whatever you need to do to get logged into your domain provider's portal. Now over here in another tab, you can see that I'm already logged into my GoDaddy account, and there's the domain that I purchased. Now this whole section, this could look different depending on what domain, provider you're using or that you've purchased from, but what you need to do is get to the DNS of that domain that you've purchased. So in GoDaddy, I can actually do that here, or using these three little dots here. It's the same thing. So let's click on that. Waiting for the page to load up. There we go. Now when you enter this section, you're going to see a bunch of records that were already in there, already created for you, so you don't touch those. You just leave them as is, but what we need to do is add 3 new records. The one that was shown to us over here in the eCom back office when I added the domain. So let's start by adding the first record, add, going to select, and put CNAME. All right, so CNAME, let's go copy our information over here. So I'm going to copy this because it's easy to remember the www. So let's copy that. Let's head on back. So the host is www. Points to is where you paste that information in, like this. So TTL is time to life. What I want you to do in here, it doesn't actually really matter what you select, but try to select something within the 12-hour bracket. So 12, 1 hour, half an hour. You might even have more options like 15 minutes. So not a big deal. Just choose something within the 12-hour bracket. Once you've entered that in, it's a CNAME record, www. The points to the TTL, you can save. And now we just have to add 2 more records. Let's add another. This one's going to be a type A, as you can see, and it looks very similar to the CNAME record. So it's a tiny bit different. Let's take a look over here. So 1 record for type A, and then we're going to create a second record for type A again. So the name is the @ sign. I'm going to copy the value here. Copy. Go back to domain. The host is the @ symbol. Points to, let's paste. There we go. And you can select 1 hour or less. Doesn't matter. Save. All right, and now let's add the next A record. A record. And I already know that the host is @, but the points to is a little bit different. Let's go back. So we're finally copying our third and last value. Copied. Pasted. Again, choose anything within the 12-hour bracket and hit save. Now that's the last thing that I needed to do in here in order to change my DNS. There's nothing else I need to do in my domain provider's portal. So let's head on back here. And let's click on back to domains at the top right to get an overview. There we go. So now once the switch has been made, and it can take up to 24 hours. So that's a possibility. What you're going to need to do is verify here. When I click on this, or when I type it into a browser, does it bring me to Lightspeed? Perfect. We want to set as default. And there we go. That's all you need to do in order to change your domain. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.